Very well, Mr. Markham. What is it you want to know?
I want to know what you've been saying to Miss Grant.
Miss who?
Miss Grant. Leslie Grant, the young lady who was in here just now, my fiancée.
Oh, I see. Tell me, has she lived in Six Ashes very long?
No, only since Christmas. Why?
And how long have you been engaged to her? Believe me, there is a serious reason for my question.
As it happens, we got engaged last night, but I felt...
Only last night. I see. How very awkward.
What's awkward about it?
Do you know who this so-called Leslie Grant really is?
Who she really is? What do you mean by that?
No, of course not. Well, I suppose I shall have to tell you the truth.
We present The House in Gallows Lane, based on the book Till Death Do Us Part, a Dr. Fell mystery by John Dixon Carr, dramatized for radio by Peter Ling, with Donald Sinden as Dr. Fell. Part 1, The Fortune Teller.
Some extracts from notes made by me, Gideon Fell, on the night of Monday, July the 15th, 1936. This morning, my breakfast was interrupted by an unexpected visitor, with news of some very mysterious events which had taken place at a little village not far from Hastings, where I was enjoying a short holiday. The news was so serious, I decided to telephone my friend, Detective Inspector Hadley of Scotland Yard, or as I must now get used to calling him, Superintendent Hadley. A few hours later, he met me in the garden of the village pub at Six Ashes, and I told him as much as I could.
Now, just a minute. Richard Markham. His name seems familiar somehow.
Well, perhaps you've seen one of his plays. He writes psychological thrillers, dealing with the minds and motives of criminals. Do you remember Poisonous Mistake? Rather an unfortunate title, as things turned out. But you must have seen Panic in the Family, surely.
I've got better things to do with my spare time.
Oh, my dear chap, I thought you'd be a regular first-nighter since your well-deserved promotion. Don't you enjoy the social world?
Can we please get back to Mr. Richard Markham?
Yes. Oh, it's a bad business, though it began pleasantly enough. A village fete was going on in the grounds of Ash Hall. A fortune-teller, rifle range, and usual fun and games. It had been a glorious afternoon. But by the time Richard and his fiancée...
Hello there! How's the happy couple?
Major Price. How on earth did he find out?
Oh, that's villagers for you. I dare say everyone knows by now. Come on, let's get it over.
Dick, Leslie, I've been looking out for you all the afternoon. And so has my wife. Now, put us out of our misery and tell me, is it true?
Is what true, Major?
Wedding bells and all that. Are you really going to tie the knot?
Yes, it's true, though I don't know how...
My dear chap, many, many congratulations. I'm delighted. We all are. This calls for celebration. We must tell my wife. Lord and Lady Ash, Mrs. Minster, everybody. And may we know when is the great day?
We haven't quite decided yet, have we, darling?
No, but I'm going to see the fortune teller. Perhaps he'll be able to tell me.
The great Swami, that's his tent over there. But I won't let you go until you've patronized my little show. The rifles are already loaded. All you have to do is...
Guns? Oh, no, I couldn't possibly. I've never fired a gun in my life.
Well, now's your chance. First time lucky and all that. Do you know, Cynthia Drew had a go just now, and she turned out to be an absolute crack shot. Oh, I beg your pardon. Stupid of me. Look, I'll show you how to hold the rifle. You only have to squeeze this trigger.
No, really, I know it's silly, but I'm simply terrified of guns.
Good heavens, there's nothing to it. Just take the rifle and blaze away at the target.
Sorry and all that, but she'd rather not. Come on, darling, let's go and see this blessed fortune teller.
No, I have to go in by myself. They only take one at a time. You stay here and talk to the Major. I'll see you presently.
Oh, dear. I'm afraid I put my foot in it, didn't I? Mentioning Cynthia. Tactless of me. As soon as I said it...
Now, let's get this clear. There was never anything serious between Cynthia and me.
Well, if you say so, of course. Only some of the women seem to think my wife was talking to Lady Ash, and they both thought Cynthia...
I know. For the past 2 years, the entire village has been trying to push Cynthia into my arms, whether we like it or not. I can't imagine why everyone's so interested.
Well, damn it. You're our local celebrity. Or perhaps I should say one of our 2 celebrities.
I'm sorry?
Hasn't anyone told you about the fortune teller?
No. I thought it would be Miss Feathers from the post office as usual, but I gather...
No, not this year. We had a spot of luck. I persuaded a newcomer to step in. He's rented a house in Gallows Lane this summer, and it might embarrass him if the word gets around. You see, the great Swami happens to be a leading authority on criminal investigation. Sir Harvey Gilman.
Gilman? The Home Office pathologist?
That's the fella. He may not be an expert on palmistry or crystal gazing, but he knows a lot about human nature, and he's been kept busy all the afternoon telling people about themselves. Heaven knows what he said to Lady Ash. She was almost speechless when she came out. And they say Dr. Minster was quite...
Hello. Someone taking my name in vain?
Ah, Doctor, I was just telling Dick. I hear you were very impressed by the great Swami.
Oh, good heavens, no. It was my wife who visited him. Not quite my cup of tea, I'm afraid.
So I see. You'd rather go off for a round of golf, I take it.
Oh, what makes you say? Oh, the bag of clubs. Oh, I wish I could. No, I'm doing my bit this afternoon, in charge of the pitch and putt. It's very simple. You're given a club and a ball, and at the end of the day, the lowest number of strokes into the cup gets a prize. Oh, I'm afraid business has slackened off now. So come on, Dick. You're a sportsman. Let's see the colour of your money.
Later on, perhaps. I'm waiting for Leslie. She's in there having her 6 penn'orth with the great Swami.
Is she indeed? Oh, talking of Leslie, I understand congratulations are in order.
It's worse than the Bush Telegraph. Who told you? Miss Feathers at the post office?
No, it was, oh, well, actually, it was Cynthia.
Cynthia? I suppose I should have realised.
Look out. Here comes the rain. Good Lord. What's going on over there?
Major Price was staring at the little tent opposite. A hanging lamp threw distorted shadows of the 2 people inside. Leslie Grant was seated at a small table. Facing her, a squat figure with a curiously bulbous head. The great Swami was wearing a turban. As the 3 men watched, Leslie jumped to her feet. The Swami also rose, trying to stop her. Then she turned and ran out of the tent, straight into Dick's arms.
Whatever is it? What's wrong?
Nothing. Just the thunder. It makes me rather nervous.
What's he been saying to you?
Oh, nothing. I don't think he's very good, really. It was just the usual rubbish, a happy life, a little illness, but nothing serious. A letter will bring some good news.
Then why were you so frightened?
I wasn't frightened. What do you mean?
You're still shaking. Look, you stay here with the Major while I go...
Where are you going?
I want to have a few words with the bloke myself.
No, you mustn't do that.
I won't be long.
By this time, it had started to rain. People began to hurry back from the cricket match to take shelter, while Dick made his way into the fortune teller's booth.
I'm sorry. That was the last sitting for the day. I'm about to shut up shop.
That's all right, Sir Harvey. I didn't come here to get my fortune told.
Oh, so you know me?
Yes, sir. And what I want to know is...
I'm afraid you have the advantage of me, Mr...
My name is Markham. Richard Markham.
Oh, very well, Mr. Markham. What is it you want to know?
I want to know what you've been saying to Miss Grant.
Miss who?
Miss Grant. Leslie Grant, the young lady who was in here just now, my fiancée.
I see. Tell me, has she lived in 6 Ashes very long?
No, only since Christmas. Why?
And how long have you been engaged to her? Believe me, there is a serious reason for my question.
As it happens, we got engaged last night, but I've...
Only last night? Oh, I see. Oh, pretty awkward.
What's awkward about it?
Do you know who this so-called Leslie Grant really is?
Who she really is? What do you mean by...
No, of course not. Well, I suppose I shall have to tell you the truth.
And with the sound of that rifle shot, Dick Markham's world turned into a nightmare. He saw the bullet hole jump up in the canvas wall. Sir Harvey was flung forward, as if by the blow of a giant hand, face down across the table. And at the same moment, he heard Leslie's terrified voice. He rushed out and saw her holding the rifle, with the rain streaming down her face.
I'm sorry, Major. I couldn't help it.
No, it was my fault. I was trying to help you overcome your fear of guns.
When you put the rifle into my hands, it just seemed to go off all by itself. I do hope I haven't hit anything.
At 9:30 that night, Dick was alone in his cottage, still trying to sort out the confused thoughts that whirled around in his brain. Sir Harvey Gilman's shadow had been clearly outlined on the canvas wall, a perfect target, if anyone wanted to shoot him. But why should anyone want to do such a thing? And why Leslie, of all people? The girl he loved, the girl he was going to marry. Of course it was an accident, it must have been. But he couldn't stop thinking about it. And then...
Hello?
Dick, Hugh Minster.
Yes, Doctor. How's Sir Harvey? Is he still...
Yes, he's alive, but...
But what? He's going to be all right, isn't he?
Oh, yes. In fact, he wants to see you. I'm with him now. Could you come over here? You know where he is? The house in Gallows Lane?
Yes, I know it, but are you sure he's fit enough to...
I'm quite sure. Can you come right away?
Of course. Give me a few minutes to ring Leslie and tell her he's all right. She's worried sick. She's been ringing me all evening.
I can imagine, but don't ring her. He says you mustn't tell her anything. Don't bring anyone with you. And don't tell anyone about this phone call.
Oh. Well, all right, but why should I...
He'll explain when you get here. Goodbye.
Dick was just replacing the receiver, but he nearly dropped it, because the door swung open.
Hello, Dick.
Cynthia! What are you doing here?
I'm sorry. Did I startle you? I did knock at the front door, but I couldn't make you hear, so as it was open, I just walked in. I hope you don't mind.
Of course not.
I had to come and tell you. I only heard the news today. I'm so glad for you and Leslie. I'm sure you'll both be terribly happy.
Thank you. We are very happy, except...
I know. This awful business about Sir Harvey Gilman.
Yes.
It is Sir Harvey Gilman, isn't it? I mean the man who moved into the house at Gallows Lane and kept himself so mysteriously in the background. But what exactly happened this afternoon?
Weren't you there?
No. But I did hear. They say he's been very badly hurt. He may be dying. Is that true?
Well, actually, I'm not sure.
Nobody really knows what's happening. But there are some ridiculous rumours going about. I'm so sorry for Leslie. She's a dear girl. Major Price should never have given her that rifle.
Look, Cynthia, I'm afraid I was just on my way out.
I haven't seen Lord Ashe, so I don't know what he thinks, but I was wondering, why does he always look at Leslie in such a strange way whenever he meets her? Sorry. What were you saying?
I said I've got to go out right away.
To see Leslie, I suppose.
No, Dr. Minster just rang. He wants me to go round to Sir Harvey's cottage for some reason.
All right. Well, I'll come with you. There might be something I could do to help.
No! I'm sorry, I've got to go alone.
Oh, are all writers as temperamental as you? Oh, well, if I'm not wanted, I may as well go home.
No, listen, Cynthia, I didn't mean that.
It's all right. I understand. But remember, if you ever do need any help, you know you can always count on me. Good night.
When Dick reached the house in Gallows Lane, Dr. Minster opened the front door.
Come in, old man. Listen, I can't go on with this pretense. It's not fair asking me to, and I've told him so.
What pretense? You mean he isn't badly hurt?
He isn't hurt at all. He just fainted from shock. So, of course, everybody thought he was dying or dead. I couldn't be sure myself until I got him here and used the probe. But unless you get a direct head or heart wound, a bullet from a .22 target rifle isn't usually very dangerous. He didn't even lose much blood. His back will be sore for a day or two, but apart from that, he's as fit as he ever was.
I don't understand. You don't seem to realize Leslie's nearly out of her mind. She thinks she killed him.
My apologies, Mr. Markham, but at present we must keep my recovery a secret. Come in, please.
After you.
Thank you.
You'll understand the reason presently.
Sit down, please.
I propose to conduct a little experiment, not in the cause of justice, but to satisfy my own curiosity. I'd like to solve one of the few problems that ever defeated my friend Gideon Fell, and I hope you'll agree to help me. It concerns the young woman who calls herself Leslie Grant.
Yes. This afternoon you were about to tell me something about Miss Grant.
You're in love with her, no doubt. Or you think you are.
I know I am.
That's rather unfortunate. Tell me, has she by any chance invited you to dinner at her house one day this week or next to celebrate the engagement?
As a matter of fact, she has, tomorrow night. But look here, I can't stand any more of this. What is all this nonsense? Are you trying to tell me her name isn't Leslie Grant?
I am. Her real name is Jordan. And she's a poisoner.
That's absurd.
You don't believe me yet. But I phoned Scotland Yard. There'll be a man down tomorrow who knows her well. He has photos and fingerprints.
What's she supposed to have done?
She has poisoned 3 men. She married 2 of them. The first was an American lawyer named Foster. The second was a Liverpool cotton broker called Davis. Both wealthy men. But her third victim...
Stop. I don't want to hear any more of this. It's impossible. You're making it up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I understand how you must feel, but she's a cold, ruthless killer. And the sooner you understand that, the safer you'll be.
Safer?
She's devised a method of murder that baffles Gideon Fell as much as it baffles me.
Wait a minute. If what you say is true, if the police have her fingerprints, why didn't they arrest her?
Because they couldn't prove it. 3 murders, and they couldn't prove any of them. The American died at his house in Kensington. I went there with Detective Inspector Hadley, now Superintendent Hadley. It seemed to be a clear case of suicide. The deceased was found in his bedroom. The door and windows were securely locked on the inside. The cause of death was hydrocyanic acid injected into the forearm. The syringe was on the floor beside him. The stricken widow, who'd spent the evening alone at the opera, was prostrate with grief.
And you're saying the widow was...
The woman you know as Leslie Grant. Yes.
But it doesn't make...
Now, let me finish, please. A year later, I happened to be at the Liverpool Assizes. Hadley was there, too, on another matter. We ran into each other at the Sessions House. A man living near Prince's Park had killed himself with a syringe full of prussic acid. An elderly chap, but in good health, without any money worries. The inquest had just concluded. We saw a woman in black coming along the passage, supported by her friends. I'll never forget the look on Hadley's face as he turned to me and said, "My God, it's the same woman."
Are you saying it was Leslie again? My Leslie?
Your Leslie, yes. Hadley began an investigation, but the result was the same as before. Davis was found in his office, sprawled across his desk, and the room was locked on the inside.
What did the widow say about all this?
She was wide-eyed and horrified. She admitted she'd been the wife of Burton Foster, but said the whole thing was a terrible coincidence. The third stage in her progress can be summed up briefly. It happened last year in Paris. Someone sent me a cutting from a French newspaper. A young Englishman, Martin Belford, had just become engaged to a Mademoiselle Leslie something or other, the name escapes me now, and they dined together to celebrate the occasion. Next morning, he was found dead in his bedroom. Do I need to tell you the circumstances?
The same?
Absolutely.
But, wait a minute. The circumstances weren't the same. She wasn't married to what's-his-name Belford. She wouldn't have gained anything by his death. So where's the motive?
She didn't have a motive, don't you see? By this time, the girl can't help herself. The poisoner never stops. The poisoner can't stop. It's become a psychic disease. The power over life and death.
No, I can't believe that. I won't believe it. It must be another girl who looks like Leslie. There are lots of cases of mistaken identity.
When she walked into the tent this afternoon, I knew her at once. And she knew me. So I took the opportunity to put the fear of God into her. And a few minutes later, she took a pot shot at me. It's only by the grace of God it didn't do much damage. But for once she lost her head, because she was planning a little poisoning party for someone else. Tell me, you said Miss Grant hadn't been in the village very long. Do you know where she was before she came to Six Ashes?
She had a job teaching English in Paris.
Thank you. There's something else you may be able to confirm. Your Leslie doesn't much care for jewellery, does she?
No, she doesn't. She never wears any.
That's odd, because I remember that when she was Mrs. Foster, she had a small but efficient wall safe in the bedroom. When she married Davis, they had a wall safe too. And when she lived alone in Paris, she had one installed in her bedroom. Do you know if she has one now?
Yes. She had it put in specially. When I asked her why, she laughed and said she kept her diary in it.
Her diary? Well, I suppose she'd have to confide in someone or something. But that safe might contain something more important. Remember, no poison was ever traced to her. In fact, Gideon Fell once remarked...
Excuse me. May I say something?
Oh, of course, Doctor. I'm afraid we've been rather neglecting you. What is it?
Well, I heard the other day that Dr. Fell is spending the summer in Hastings. He's rented a cottage there. Perhaps if you talk to him...
Ah, by all means. Let's call the old boy in and ask his opinion. My opinion, for what it's worth, is this. It strikes me, Mr. Markham, that you've two choices. You can pick up that telephone and ask your fiancée if it's true, and no doubt she'll deny it. On the other hand, you can help me find out what kind of a person she really is. And perhaps we'll discover how she managed to commit 3 murders and get away with it. Think it over. And tomorrow morning, let me know...
Just a minute.
Oh, what is it now?
I thought I heard...
Dr. Minster walked quietly to the windows and drew back the curtains. It was a warm evening and the windows were open. He leaned out, looking left and right, then closed the curtains again.
No, it must have been my imagination. Sir Harvey, it's getting late. You've had a very taxing day. As your medical advisor, I suggest it's time you're in bed. I'll see you comfortably settled. Then I'll get back to my poor wife, who must be wondering what's become of me. And Dick, you better go home and get some sleep. If you can.
It took Dick a long time to get to sleep, and when he slept, he had bad dreams. He was woken at dawn by the telephone.
Hello?
You must come to Gallows Lane at once. If you don't, it will be too late.
What? Who is that?
Then the line went dead. Dick wasted no time. He pulled on his clothes and ran all the way, taking a shortcut which brought him out through a grove of birch trees behind Gilman's house. The sun was rising, but beyond the garden wall he could see the sitting room windows where a lamp was burning. Then he heard a sound, the rasp of metal on stone, and further along the wall, as it followed the curve of the garden, Dick saw a rifle barrel sliding into position. Someone was taking careful aim at those windows. A flock of startled birds rose from the trees. Glancing at the house, Dick saw a bullet hole in the window pane. When he looked back, the rifle had vanished.
Hey, you!
He heard somebody running away into the undergrowth among the trees. But the rising sun was in his eyes, and he couldn't see anyone. He began to run blindly along the path, and a few seconds later, he heard footsteps hurrying towards him.
Who's there? Who are you?
Cynthia, what are you doing here?
I was out for a walk. I woke early and couldn't get back to sleep. What's happened? I thought I heard...
Someone fired a shot at Sir Harvey's window. This is the second time I've seen it happen. Yesterday afternoon, I saw the bullet hole jump up in the wall of the tent. Today, the shot went through the window. I didn't see who fired it, but... Oh, no.
What is it?
There, in the long grass. A .22 Winchester.
Do you think it's the gun Leslie had yesterday?
For heaven's sake, what makes you say that?
Well, the rifles at the fete were all borrowed from the gun room at Ash Hall. But last night, when they took them back, the one Leslie used was missing. Dick! Don't touch it. There could be fingerprints.
If it was used at the fete, it will be covered in prints anyway. I better leave it where it is. We must make sure Sir Harvey's all right.
Opening the garden gate, they crossed the lawn and peered into the sitting room. Sir Harvey Gilman was sitting at his desk, facing the window with a bullet hole in it. He had lolled sideways and might have been dozing, but his eyes were open. And then they both noticed something else.
Dick, the bullet missed him.
It was true. The bullet must have passed over his shoulder, shattering the glass in a picture frame and burying itself in the wall.
Hang on.
What are you doing?
Looking for a sizable stone. Ah, this'll do. Now, if I reach inside, I can open the window catch. That's better. Here, let me give you a hand. Can you manage?
Yes. Oh, Dick, I can smell something. A bit like nail varnish, only stronger.
Much stronger. It's prussic acid.
You mean someone poisoned him?
No, that's impossible. Here's the syringe where he dropped it. And his sleeves rolled up. You can see the puncture mark.
There's something else. Drawing pins on the carpet. Someone spilled a box of drawing pins.
And he probably knocked it off the desk when he slumped over. Look, we both know the windows were fastened on the inside. I'd better check the doors as well, though I expect they're all locked.
Why? I don't understand.
Don't you see? It'll prove no one else tried to kill him.
But somebody did try to kill him. Someone shot at him with a rifle.
And the bullet missed. You can see for yourself. This is a case of suicide. He took a hypodermic full of prussic acid and injected it into his left arm. He killed himself. We know that.
This is something to do with Leslie, isn't it?
Leslie? No, of course not.
You're worried about her. I can tell.
It's nothing to do with Leslie. Gilman committed suicide, and we must report it. Now, could you go around to Constable Miller at the police house while I phone Dr. Minster? He'll know what to do.
When Dr. Minster heard the news, he knew exactly what to do. By the time he reached Hastings, I was just finishing my breakfast.
I'm sorry to disturb you so early, Dr. Fell.
Not at all. No. May I offer you a cup of coffee? There's still some in the pot.
No, thank you. I'll come straight to the point, if I may. I believe you are acquainted with Sir Harvey Gilman.
Certainly. Our paths have crossed from time to time. Is he a friend of yours?
Not exactly. He took a house for the summer in my village, Six Ashes.
Ah, well, please give him my regards when you see him.
I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Huh.
I have to tell you, Sir Harvey died early this morning.
Good heavens. Oh, surely that was very unexpected. Last time I met him, he was in excellent health.
It was not only unexpected. In my opinion, it's inexplicable.
Well, what exactly do you mean by that?
When you've heard the whole story, I think you will agree that the circumstances of his death are highly suspicious. That is why I came to find you. Dr. Fell, we need your help.
When he had given me the details, I made one telephone call, and then we returned to Six Ashes in his car. The first person I wanted to meet was the enigmatic Miss Grant. But when we called on her, she was not at home. I subsequently learned that she was at the office of her solicitor, Major Price.
Thank you for coming in so promptly, my dear. The fact is, Lord Ash has asked me to make a few inquiries on his behalf.
Lord Ash? I don't understand.
It's rather awkward, but... well, it's to do with one of the guns he lent me for the rifle range.
Oh, I wish I'd never touched the beastly thing. How is Sir Harvey this morning, do you know?
Well, yes. I'm afraid this will come as a shock to you,
He's
but...
not dead. Oh, God, I didn't mean to do it. I didn't shoot him deliberately. It was an accident. I swear it was.
No, my dear young lady, don't misunderstand me. It isn't a question of his being shot. According to the constable on duty, Sir Harvey took his own life. An injection of poison.
Poison? I'm sorry to hear that. Did he leave a note? Any explanation?
No, nothing like that.
So why do you have to ask me about the rifle?
Last night, when we packed up the guns, one of them was missing. The one you used. You don't happen to remember what you did with it after...
No, everything happened so fast. I suppose I gave it back to you, didn't I?
I really don't remember. But this morning, when the old man was already dead, somebody stuck a rifle over the wall and fired a shot through his window. The gun was found in the undergrowth this morning by Dick Markham and Cynthia Drew.
Dick? And Cynthia? Well, what was she doing there?
They were out for an early morning walk, I gather. But Constable Miller is trying to discover how the gun came to be there.
But what? You're not suggesting I somehow smuggled the gun away and then took it round... Oh, that's ridiculous. Why on earth would I do such a thing?
I don't know. There are a lot of questions to be answered, and as your solicitor, I thought we should try and clear things up, if we can.
What sort of questions?
Well, I know so little about you, really. And since I want to help you...
Please, let's not beat about the bush. Tell me what you want to know.
Very well. What did Sir Harvey say to you when you were in the fortune-telling booth? And don't tell me it was the usual sort of thing, because it wasn't. Hang it? Oh, I was there. I saw you when you came out. What was it that upset you so badly?
I can't tell you.
Perhaps it was something he knew about you. Something in your past.
Major Price, you must believe me. I never saw that man before in my life. I swear it.
Then what was it? Don't you see? The circumstances were unusual, to say the least. The fortune teller says something that upsets you. Dick rushes in to find out what's wrong. A rifle goes off. Accidentally, of course. And the old chap is slightly wounded, though not really hurt.
Not really hurt? And Dick knew that. He knew that and he didn't tell me.
Well, no. What's the matter?
I'm sorry, I really can't tell you anymore. I've got to go.
But
I arranged to meet Dick at my house. I've got to see him.
And she walked out before the Major could stop her. When she got home, the front door was ajar, but Dick wasn't there. She went through to the kitchen, but there was no sign of him. Then she heard footsteps overhead. Puzzled, she hurried upstairs and opened her bedroom door.
Dick, why did you... Cynthia!
Hello, Leslie.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I should have thought that was pretty obvious.
I didn't realize you'd taken up burglary in your spare time. How did you know where to find the wall safe?
Oh, it wasn't difficult. I just looked behind all the pictures until I got the right one.
I meant, how did you know I had a safe? Did Dick tell you?
No. The man who installed it had a few drinks at the pub afterwards. Within the hour, half the village knew about it.
It was lucky I ordered such a reliable model. Did you really expect to open it with a hammer and chisel? Oh, don't be silly. Put it down.
Don't come any closer. I mean to find out what's inside that safe before I leave. Otherwise, I think I shall kill you.
At that moment, I was still on my way to Six Ashes in Minster's car, so I didn't learn of this encounter until some time later. At 6 a.m., Dick and Cynthia had left Constable Miller on duty in the house at Gallows Lane, and when Dick returned, he found the constable still guarding the body.
Oh, he's still here?
Yes, sir. I'm waiting for the ambulance to take him away, ready for the autopsy.
Of course. Not that there's much doubt about it. Dr. Minster said it was obviously prussic acid from the syringe.
Well, they don't know that yet, not for sure.
What else could it be? You can see the puncture in his arm, and that's... I suppose that is the mark of a needle. You don't think it could have been made with one of those drawing pins?
If you don't mind me saying so, sir, you've been writing too many mystery plays. Why would anyone go and do a thing like that?
Goodness only knows. Come to that, what did he want with all those drawing pins anyway?
I can tell you that, sir. This weather, he liked to keep the window open. But he had a lot of trouble with wasps. They kept flying in from the garden and pestering him. So he tried putting up some bits of gauze over the window frames to keep them out.
Ah, yes. In America, they call them screens.
I dare say. Excuse me for asking, sir, but was there a special reason for you coming back here? Were you looking for something, perhaps?
No, nothing in particular. It's just... Well, the whole damn thing's so mysterious. I wanted to have another look around. Hello, that sounds like your ambulance.
Oh, no, sir. It's Dr. Minster. And he's got someone with him. A large gentleman. He's having a bit of a squeeze getting out.
And that will be Dr. Gideon Fell. Minster made good time. It's only just... Oh, Lord, I hadn't realized it was so late. I'm supposed to be meeting someone.
After you, Doctor. Straight ahead.
Thank you. Yes, sir. This is where the... Ah. Good day, gentlemen.
Dick, I'm glad you're here. Let me introduce Dr. Fell, Richard Markham, and Constable Miller.
How do you do?
Morning, sir.
Mr. Markham, I believe I may say I am the bearer of good tidings.
I beg your pardon?
We can soon settle this. As you see, Doctor, the deceased was found here at his desk. He hasn't been moved. There's only one question I have to ask you. Who is he?
What the...
Quite frankly, I haven't the slightest idea. But I can tell you this. He is not Sir Harvey Gilman.
Say that again?
As far as I know, Gilman is alive and well and in Cornwall.
What?
You have been the victim of a cruel and brutal hoax. Miss Grant is not a poisoner. She didn't murder Foster or Davis or Bilford for the simple reason that they never existed. It was a pack of lies from start to finish. Dr. Minster suspected from the start that the man was an imposter.
But why didn't you say it?
Well, I couldn't be certain until Dr. Fell confirmed my suspicions. But you see, when the Major first introduced him to us, Sir Harvey made us promise to keep his identity a secret.
Oh, Lord, oh, Bacchus. Didn't he just...
But I was interested in his work as a pathologist, and I asked him about some of his cases. There were a few details that puzzled me. For instance, he made some reference to the 2 chambers of the heart, and every medical student knows the heart has 4 chambers.
I don't know what to say. It's like waking up out of a nightmare. Leslie's completely innocent. The 3 victims never existed. There were never any poisonings or locked rooms.
I beg your pardon. No, there was indeed a poisoning, and there was a locked room, and we are in it.
Yes, of course. But what does it all mean?
The imposter's story wasn't true, but somebody made it come true. That is why Superintendent Hadley is now on his way down from London. I asked him to meet me at the local pub, where I've booked a couple of rooms.
And that's all you can tell me.
And I'm hoping you may be able to tell me who the imposter really is. Or was. I never saw him before, in spite of the fact that he seems to have claimed acquaintance with me. But he was, I suspect, something of an evil genius.
Well, one thing's crystal clear.
Hello. The landlord said I'd find you in the garden.
Yes, they're still getting our rooms ready. Hadley, this is Richard Markham, the playwright.
How do you know?
Has everything been taken care of?
Yes, they've carted the body off to the mortuary, and I hope he burns in hell.
Oh, easy now. We've been discussing the situation. Hadley, I think you were about to say something.
I was going to say, one thing's clear. The center of the plot was your fiancée, Miss Grant.
But that makes no sense.
It made sufficient sense to undermine your faith in her. That tissue of lies was, in its own way, a minor work of art. It was directed at every chink in your armor. The fortune-teller grafted a psychological plot onto Miss Grant, which had all the criminal subtleties that would appeal to you. You might say it was a case of the playwright hoist with his own petard.
Thank you very much. When he told his damn story, he made it sound so believable.
How many other people actually know the story?
Just the 2 of us, myself and Dr. Minster.
Could anyone else have overheard it?
No. Wait a minute. The doctor thought he heard someone outside the window. I remember now, he opened the curtains and looked out.
And was anyone there?
No. Well, at least he couldn't see anyone.
So, apart from you and the doctor, the good people of Six Ashes still think the imposter was Gilman. Anything he said will be taken as gospel truth. Somebody believes Leslie Grant is a murderer.
And somebody committed a so-called impossible crime in the sublime belief that Leslie Grant would be blamed for it.
Are you saying someone hates Leslie enough to commit a murder in order to...
My dear chap, we can't make any guesses about the motive. All we know is that Leslie Grant provided a very convenient scapegoat.
And now Leslie... Lord, I completely forgot. I was supposed to be at our house about an hour ago. You'll have to excuse me.
If you've no objection, I'd rather like to come with you. I look forward to meeting the young lady myself. How about it, Hadley?
I think that it would be an excellent idea.
I don't understand it.
Well, she must have got tired of waiting and gone out.
No, she wouldn't do that. She was going to make me some lunch. I'll just see it. Thought so. She must be in here somewhere. Come on in. It's probably in the kitchen. If she's got the wireless on, she might not have heard us.
Well, the house seems remarkably quiet.
I told you she's gone out.
No, she would have left me a note. She must be upstairs. I'll just slip up and see. Leslie? Where are you?
There's one remarkable feature of life in a small village. I've noticed it before. People leave the front doors open. They drop in and out of each other's houses. Everyone's amazingly trusting.
If you ask me, there are downsides to trusting.
Yes, I'm afraid I have to agree with you. In this particular case, a lot of trouble would have been saved if...
Dr. Fell! Superintendent! We've got to ring for an ambulance.
Have you found her?
What's happened?
I found her in the bedroom, lying on the floor at the foot of the bed. She's got a nasty bruise on her forehead and there's blood trickling down her face.
By thunder! Are you saying somebody came in and attacked Miss Grant while...
No, not Leslie. It's Cynthia. Cynthia Drew. Oh, and the wall safe is wide open and it's empty.
But where's Miss Grant?
I don't know. She seems to have disappeared.
In Part 1 of The House in Gallows Lane, based on the book Till Death Do Us Part by John Dickson Carr, Dr. Gideon Fell was played by Donald Sinden and Superintendent Hadley by John Hartley. Sir Harvey Gilman, Richard Todd, Dick Markham, Robert Portal, Leslie Grant, Alison Pettit, Major Price, John Woodnut, Cynthia Drew, Rachel Atkins, Dr. Minster, Christopher Wright, Police Constable Bert Miller, Brian Parr. The House in Gallows Lane was dramatized for radio by Peter Ling and directed by Enid Williams.
Extracts from notes made by me, Gideon Fell, on the night of Wednesday, August the 19th, 1936. After the village fete in the grounds of Ash Hall, Sir Harvey Gilman told young Dick Markham that his fiancée, Leslie Grant, was a murderer. Her name was Jordan, and she had poisoned 3 men, although the crimes could not be proved. Next morning, Gilman was found dead in his study, also poisoned, with the doors and windows fastened on the inside. Hugh Minster, the local doctor, had been uneasy about Gilman and had made his suspicions known to me. I called my friend, Superintendent Hadley of Scotland Yard, and when I reached the house in Gallows Lane, I was able to testify that the dead man was not Gilman, but an impostor. His tales about Leslie Grant were a pack of lies, and her so-called victims had never existed, to Markham's great relief. Meanwhile, his close friend, Cynthia Drew, confronted Miss Grant in her own house and insisted that she opened the wall safe she'd had installed in her bedroom to reveal its contents. When Hadley and I accompanied Dick Markham to Miss Grant's house, his fiancée was nowhere to be seen, so Dick went up to her room. There's one remarkable feature of life in a small village. I've noticed it before. People leave the front doors open. They drop in and out of each other's houses. Everyone's amazingly trusting.
If you ask me, they're a downside too trusting.
Yes, I'm afraid I have to agree with you. In this particular case, a lot of trouble would have been saved if...
Dr. Fell! Superintendent! We've got to ring for an ambulance.
Have you found her?
What's happened?
I found her in the bedroom, lying on the floor at the foot of the bed. She's got a nasty bruise on her forehead and there's blood trickling down her face.
By thunder! Are you saying somebody came in and attacked Miss Grant while...
No, not Leslie. It's Cynthia. Cynthia Drew. Oh, the wall safe is wide open and it's empty.
But where's Miss Grant?
I don't know. She seems to have disappeared.
We present The House in Gallows Lane, based on the book Till Death Do Us Part, a Dr. Fell mystery by John Dickson Carr, dramatized for radio by Peter Ling, with Donald Sinden as Dr. Fell. Part 2, The Point of a Pin.
It's all right. She's coming around.
Do you think we should get her to hospital?
She's had a hard knock. The skin's broken, and she's going to have a spectacular bruise for a day or two. But it's nothing to worry about.
Well, if you really... She's opening her eyes.
Dick, is that you?
Yes. Don't try to sit up. Take it easy.
Oh, what happened?
That's what we'd like to know. This is Dr. Fell and Superintendent Hadley from Scotland Yard.
I'm sorry. I don't understand.
No, don't worry, Miss Drew. You've just had a nasty bump on the head.
But you're going to be perfectly fine. And it would help us if you could tell us what had been going on before...
I'll try. This is her bedroom, isn't it? Leslie's room. She came in here and then she hit me. I know it sounds absurd, but...
She hit you? You don't mean with that hammer?
No. I brought that with me. I was trying to break open the safe. I suppose now you'll arrest me.
Perhaps if you could begin at the beginning, Miss Drew. Now, take your time.
Well, I wanted to find out what she keeps in that. Oh, it's empty. The safe was locked, and I couldn't get it open. I asked her to unlock it, and that's when she hit me. With a mirror.
What?
The hand mirror on the dressing table. Leslie picked it up, and there was a bit of a struggle. That's all I can remember.
So where is she now?
Well, how on earth should I know?
Well, she isn't here. She isn't in the house. And as you pointed out, the safe is empty, so I thought perhaps...
What are you saying? You don't imagine I've done anything to her, surely?
Well, no, but...
But now you're beginning to realize she did have something to hide. Something that was kept in the safe, and she'd taken it with her.
It doesn't make sense. I can't believe Leslie would do anything
Perhaps you don't want to believe it. Perhaps she isn't the spotless angel you think she is. There are some awful rumours going round the village. People think there's something very suspicious about her.
That's ridiculous.
Is it? Then why does Lord Ash give her such a funny look whenever he sees her? And why does Miss Feathers in the post office say that... If that's Leslie, I don't want to speak to her.
Come in.
Excuse me, sir. There was a message for you at the police house. You're to ring Scotland Yard right away.
Right, thank you, Constable. Look, let's go, Doctor. This could be the information I've been waiting for.
You carry on, my dear chap. I still have one or two questions I'd like to ask.
Right. Well, lead the way, Constable. I'll see you later, Miss Drew.
Now, Miss Drew, there are a few details I'm hoping you might clarify. That is, if you're feeling sufficiently recovered.
Well, of course I'd be glad to help if I can, but... Oh dear. I'm afraid I do feel a little dizzy.
Yes, of course. You're still looking a bit groggy, old thing. Let me take you home and...
No, you'll do nothing of the kind. If you think I'm going to walk along the street with you looking as if... Please, just leave me alone.
Don't be such an idiot.
Oh, so now I'm an idiot, am I? We don't have to bother about me anymore. You'd better go and look after Leslie, if you can find her. And don't pretend you're in the least concerned about me, because we all know you're not.
And don't forget your hammer and chisel.
Thank you. So glad to have met you, Dr. Fell. Goodbye.
Cynthia. Oh, Lord. We've always been such good friends. As a rule, she's a nice, sensible girl.
Yes, I'm sure she is. This situation is putting a great deal of strain on everyone.
Yes, I suppose so. I just wish I knew what's going on. I wish I knew what's happened to Leslie.
Miss Drew said something that interested me. No doubt you can tell me. Who is Lord Ash? And why has he been giving your fiancée funny looks?
Oh, he's the local bigwig. Very decent chap. He lives nearby at Ash Hall, where the village fete took place.
Oh, yes, I remember. Yeah, well, he provided the artillery for the rifle range, didn't he?
That's right.
Well, perhaps we should take a little stroll to Ash Hall. I'm rather keen to meet his lordship.
Come in, gentlemen. This is a great pleasure, Dr. Fell. Please, come and sit down. I don't know if you've met me.
Hello, Dick. Well, you have been having fun and games with my career as a murderess, haven't you?
My dear, this is Dr. Gideon Fell, who's been helping the police with their investigations.
I'm delighted to meet you, Miss Grant. I've heard so much about you.
I'm sure you have. And so has everyone in Six Ashes, apparently. Let me see. Was it 2 husbands I poisoned or 3? I think perhaps I'll take a walk in the garden while Lord Ash explains. I'll see you presently, Dick.
She feels a little shy about all this, and I think you'll agree that's understandable when I show you these.
His lordship opened his bureau, taking out a large velvet bag, which he emptied onto the table. I have never seen anything like it. Jewels poured out, glittering and gleaming like 100 rainbows. A triple-tiered necklace, several bracelets, some dazzling earrings, and a matching choker.
You'll notice the emblem worked into all these pieces. This heraldic device is the Ash coat of arms. You probably saw it on the gates when you came in.
So they all belong to you and your family?
I wish I could say yes. In fact, they now belong to Miss Leslie Grant.
But that's absurd. Leslie doesn't have any jewelry. She hates it.
I beg your pardon. She hates jewelry, but she owns all these. Did you ever hear of a woman called Lily Jordan?
Jordan? Dr. Fell, did you hear that?
Yes, I heard. Please continue your story, then.
Lily Jordan died the year before last.
She was the mother of the young lady you know as Leslie Grant. 40-odd years ago, my elder brother George met Lily in Paris and became infatuated. He wanted to marry her, even though she was a famous courtesan with strings of wealthy lovers. But she refused him. In 1914, George gave her the jewels as a pledge of his love, then went off to join his regiment, swearing he would come back when the war was over and marry her. But he never came back. And I succeeded to the title. When Lily Jordan eventually died, her daughter hated these treasures and everything they stood for. She decided to leave Paris and move to England. She liked the look of Six Ashes and settled here. One day, she recognized the coat of arms on our gates and realized she had the Ash jewels in her possession. As she was afraid she might be charged with unlawful possession of such valuable objects. And what would her neighbors say if they knew her story?
But in fact, you had already recognized her.
Well, I had some photographs of George with the beautiful Lily Jordan. Every time I met Leslie, I saw the resemblance, and it troubled me.
Forgive me, gentlemen. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I think you'll want to hear the news from Scotland Yard.
Yes, well, Lord Ash, this is Superintendent Hadley.
How do you do?
Sir, I found Miss Grant outside, and she told me her side of the story, and now I can add another piece to the jigsaw puzzle. Criminal records have identified the dead man who called himself Harvey Gilman.
Well?
He was Sam de Villa, a notorious confidence trickster wanted by police all over Europe.
Good Lord.
And, of course, it was that jewellery he was after. He couldn't get it by breaking into Miss Grant's safe. He was no cracksman, but he was a psychologist, and he could get at them another way, with the assistance of Mr. Markham.
Me?
He spun you that yarn about the 3 poison victims. If my guess is right, his next move would have been to persuade you to find the combination of the safe, just to prove the lady's guilt or innocence, of course. He had quite a sense of humour, our Sam.
God damn him and his sense of humour.
Well, you've got to admit it was a cunning little scheme, and it might even have come off, but...
But someone got in first and murdered him.
But how could it be murder? I understood the room was locked on the inside.
Yes. The whole plot appears to have been devised in order to incriminate Leslie Grant.
But this morning Leslie came here to give back the jewels. What made her suddenly decide...
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but perhaps I should answer that. I found Cynthia in my bedroom trying to open the safe.
Yes, we heard about that.
She accused me of murder, 3 murders at least, and ordered me to open the safe. She thought that was where I kept the poison. I'm afraid that's when I lost my temper.
So you hit her?
Hit her?
With the hand mirror from the dressing table?
Good gracious, no, nothing like that. She suddenly lunged at me, and she's bigger than me, so I stuck my foot out and tripped her up. She went down like a sack of coals and hit her head on the corner of the dressing table. When I saw she was knocked out, I know it was callous of me, but I just let her stay there. And I thought, that's it. I can't stand any more of this. So I took the jewels out of the safe and came straight round to Lord Ash.
Sit down, my dear.
Look, if you're going to lecture me...
No, I'm not going to lecture you. I'm going to ask you 2 questions. First, when you decided to leave Paris and settle in England, what made you choose this particular village?
I don't really know. I think I must have heard something about it, how pretty and quiet and peaceful it is. Or at least it used to be, before I arrived.
It's amazing that you should have come to this village of all places. Almost as if the jewels had found their own way home. Quite a coincidence.
If it was a coincidence. Could someone have told you about Six Ashes, do you think? A friend in Paris, perhaps?
Not sure. Let me... Oh, yes. I know, it was Madame Fontaine. She was an old friend of my mother's. She was very good to me after Mother died.
So that's it. It's all falling into place now.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
Louise Fontaine was also very good to Sam de Villa. She'd been his mistress for years. He must have started laying his plans before you even left Paris.
I'm afraid so. A dangerous man. Which brings me to my second question. I want to ask if you have another dangerous enemy in this village.
No, I don't think so. Unless you mean Cynthia. Except, now I come to think of it, somebody must have told her all that rubbish about me being a murderer. It wasn't you, was it, Dick?
Of course not.
But who else knew about it apart from you?
Well, only Dr. Minster. I'm quite sure he wouldn't spread it around. Anyway, he was there when Dr. Fell told us it was all nonsense.
But remember, somebody in this village still believes that yarn. Somebody killed Sam de Villa and arranged everything to incriminate Leslie, which leads us to one inevitable conclusion. Having provided us with this interesting problem, what must the real murderer do next? Well?
I've no idea.
Heavens of Athens, don't you see? He must now provide us with a solution.
What?
Sam de Villa's corpse is found in a locked room, and Leslie Grant, the murderer presumes, will take the blame. But how could she have done it? If we are to arrest her, we must be shown how the trick was done. Unless we're given a clue to the locked room mystery, the whole scheme collapses. Do you follow me?
I see. So you think that...
I think we'll receive some kind of communication to point us in the right direction.
Was that why you asked
me...
me...
Do you mind... Let me finish, please, Hadley. By some means or other, I believe we shall get a message from a well-wisher to provide a clue. I can't say what form the message will take.
Well, how about a telephone call? Don't forget, I had a mysterious phone call this morning, summoning me to the house in Gallows Lane, when I met Cynthia and we discovered the body.
Are you saying that someone hates me so much they're ready to see me hanged for murder?
Oh, surely not, my dear. I really can't believe that.
Dick, why did you go and meet Cynthia this morning? What did she tell you about me?
Nothing. We ran into each other by chance.
Tell me honestly. You don't believe all those lies, do you? That I poisoned 3 men?
I don't. It's just a load of morbid nonsense. I love you. And I believe in you. Surely you must know that.
Thank you. But let me ask you one question. Before these horrors began, we'd arranged to have a cosy little supper to celebrate our engagement. Remember?
Yes. And as soon as all this is cleared up, I'll take you to the best restaurant.
No. I want to celebrate now, tonight. I want to cook supper for you at my house. Just the 2 of us. How about that?
I can't think of anything nicer. What time?
8 o'clock.
I'll be there.
It was late in the afternoon when Hadley and I accompanied Dick Markham to the house in Gallows Lane for the last time. We found the worthy Constable Miller still there, guarding the scene of the crime.
Has the post-mortem result come through yet?
No, sir. They'll ring us as soon as they can.
Right. Any luck with tracing that phone call?
What phone call, sir?
Mr. Markham had a phone call early this morning asking him to come to this house right away.
Oh, that phone call. Yes, sir. It was put through from here. The telephone in the hall at 5 minutes.
Was it indeed? Now, tell me, Mr. Markham, could it have been de Villa who spoke to you?
It might have been. I couldn't recognize the voice. It was a sort of whisper.
Well, it's not likely to have been de Villa, is it? He would hardly have invited you here to witness his own demise.
Well, then who?
Perhaps the call was made by whoever took a pot shot at him through the window.
Possibly. I understand you actually saw the rifle poking over the garden wall. You saw the shot being fired.
Yes, I did.
If you're thinking there was any trickery about that shot, you can forget it. Everything's been checked. The angle of fire, the hole in the glass. They even checked the bullet they dug out of the wall. It came from the Winchester .22 that was found in the bushes, without any shadow of doubt.
Would you please allow me to question the witness in my own way? May I ask my own questions, or may I not?
I beg your pardon. Sorry if I stepped on your toes. Carry on.
Oh, never mind my toes. Mind you don't step on those confounded drawing pins all over the carpet. I take it they're still where you found them, Mr. Markham?
Yes. De Villa must have knocked them off the desk. Anyway, that's not important.
Forgive me if I contradict you. Those drawing pins may be of the utmost importance. This entire case could hang on a drawing pin. After all, learned theologians used to spend hours debating how many angels could dance on the point of a pin. Never underestimate a drawing pin. Even if you don't see the point of it.
I do, sir. Like I told Mr. Markham, the gentleman was trying to pin some gauze screens across the windows to keep the wasps out.
That's as may be. But more to the point, we have no idea how Mr. de Villa spent the last night of his life. He was alive when you left him here at 11 o'clock, Mr. Markham, and you found him dead at 5:20 this morning. What did he do during his final hours?
He was still in some pain. He asked Dr. Minster to give him something to help him get to sleep.
Well, he can't have slept for long. He got up some time before 5. Now, why did he do that, I wonder?
Perhaps he came down to make that telephone call. It could have been his voice I heard. You don't suppose... You did say someone would try to send a message.
All right, Constable. See who it is.
Sorry, Dr. Sir.
Still a lot we don't know about Mr. de Villa. Apart from his rather surprising taste in reading matter.
Reading matter?
Yeah, this book. Open on the desk. Hazlitt's Essays.
Ah, yes. He wasn't your usual flashy con man by any means. Sam's academic manner was worth $5,000 a year to him. His father was a West Country clergyman. He studied medicine at Oxford, and I'm told he even... Yes, Miller, what is it?
That was the constable from Oxton, sir, with the results of the post-mortem.
Thank you. And let's have a look.
And Dr. Minster's car just pulled up outside. He's brought Miss Drew with him. They're coming in now.
But does no one lock the front door in this village? Ah, Dr. Minster. Come in, my dear chap. And Miss Drew, how very nice.
Cynthia has some information that might be useful. I said she should tell you right away.
Well, certainly. Do sit down, my dear.
Thank you.
How are you feeling? Quite recovered from the accident, I hope?
Oh, it wasn't an accident. Leslie struck me quite deliberately with a hand mirror.
I must tell you, she denies that, absolutely. She says you tripped and fell, hitting your head on the dressing table.
That's not true.
You did say you couldn't remember exactly what happened.
Of course you would try to defend her.
Never mind all that. Dr. Minster, I'm very glad to see you. I believe you were the last person to see the deceased alive, and he asked you to give him something to help him to sleep.
Well, that's correct. His back was very uncomfortable. I gave him a 1/4 grain of luminol as a painkiller.
Only a 1/4 grain. He couldn't have taken more than that.
No, I gave it to him myself. Why?
I've just had the report on the post-mortem.
No, you're not going to tell us that he wasn't killed by prussic acid.
Oh, no, the prussic acid killed him. But sometime before his death, he'd also swallowed 3 or 4 grains of luminol.
But that's impossible. I would never have given him such an overdose.
I'm sure you didn't. But who did? Who got him out of bed and lugged him down here? After that dose of luminol, there's no way he could have come downstairs under his own skin.
You were leaving the other side for the moment. I believe you had something to tell us, Miss Drew.
Yes. Last night, or early this morning, when I was in Gallows Lane, everything seemed so confused, but later I tried to remember, and I had a mental picture of this house, and there was someone running away from it.
Someone you knew?
I don't even know if it was a man or a woman. They were in the shadows, under the trees, but I'm certain someone was leaving in a hurry.
That's right. I didn't see him either, but I heard him running off into the bushes after he put a bullet through the window.
No. That's the point. It can't have been the same person, because this was before I heard the shot. After that, I'm afraid everything else went out of my head.
By Jupiter! So there were 2 visitors. One who fired the rifle, and another who left the house earlier, having just murdered him.
Excuse me, sir. Can I say something?
Not now, Miller. We're all very...
It's important, sir. I mean, I'd have mentioned it before. Only up to now, I thought the gentleman had committed suicide. Nobody said nothing to me about it being murder.
All right. Go on.
But the thing is, I was on late duty last night. I was cycling back along Gallows Lane on my way to the police house, and I went right past here about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Well, what about it?
That's when I saw someone standing outside this front door, as if they were waiting to go inside. It was real dark, of course, but she was wearing a white blouse, so I couldn't help noticing...
She? Who are you talking about?
Well, sir, it was Miss Leslie Grant.
It was late when Dick Markham left Gallows Lane, and too many questions were chasing one another through his brain.
I know Bert Miller's telling the truth, but somebody must be lying. Cynthia? Or Leslie? I know them both so well. I can't believe either of them would... I mean, Cynthia's a little jealous, but that doesn't mean she... No, of course not. As for Leslie, she must be cursing me now. It's past 8 already, and she'll be there waiting, with the supper getting cold. She was so desperate to cook something special for me. But first I'd better go home and tidy up. If only I could stop asking myself all these damn fool questions.
When he reached home and opened the front door, he saw a light in his study. A visitor was waiting for him.
Oh, Lord Ash.
I'm sorry if I startled you. I dropped in on the off chance that I might find Dr. Fell with you, or the superintendent. I already tried the pub, but they weren't there.
No, I left them at Gallows Lane. Why, is there something wrong?
Yes, I'm afraid there might be. You see, I was going through my gun room half an hour ago, and I discovered one of them was missing.
Oh, you mean the Winchester rifle? Yes, they're putting it in for forensic testing because it was used to fire the bullet that smashed it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I know that. No, I'm not talking about the Winchester. It's my old service revolver that's disappeared. And some ammunition with it. I thought I should let the police know.
And you've no idea who might have taken it?
No. So many people have been in and out this weekend, borrowing the rifles and bringing them back, helping to clean them and put them away. It could be almost anyone.
I see. Well, if you want to try Gallows Lane, you might find the superintendent still there.
Right.
I'm sorry not to be more helpful,
No.
but I'm rather pushed for time. I was supposed to be having supper with Leslie at 8 o'clock, and now it's getting on for 9.
The question is, will you still find her waiting when you get there?
What do you mean?
I had a long talk with her earlier today, and she's rather upset about your, friendship with Cynthia. If I were you, I'd get round there as soon as you can and try to patch things up.
Following Lord Ashe's advice, he set off at once, and by now it was getting dark, and the eerie twilight only added to his confusion.
Does she love me, or does she hate me? If she hates me, what's the good of going to see her? What sort of supper will she have prepared, I wonder? The supper she cooked specially for me. No, I mustn't think that. It's impossible. I know she'd never do anything so. Oh, nearly there now. There's her house, silhouetted against the night sky, and a light in the window. So she must be there, waiting. I've only got to walk past the post office, open the garden gate, and then everything will be all right. There'll be nothing to worry about. I must believe that. Nothing at all. God, what's that?
But the shot had not come from Leslie's house. It had come from inside the post office. The door was closed and the blind was down, but Dick could see a line of light beneath it. He hammered on the door.
Hello? Who's there? Hello?
To his surprise, the door swung open. A single light bulb burned dimly over the counter. Below it, a canvas sack had been ripped open. The floor was strewn with envelopes of all shapes and sizes. Behind the counter, Miss Feathers tried to hold herself upright, toying at the wire mesh with one hand and clutching a torn fragment of paper in the other, as a stain of blood spread slowly across her blouse.
Miss Feathers! What's happened? Who was it?
I wouldn't give up the letter.
What letter? That scrap of paper?
Here. You take it.
She thrust it into his hands. The torn corner of an envelope and a small fragment from the sheet of paper which had been inside it. And on that paper, a few typewritten words, all that remained of the original letter. Dick read the words in blank disbelief.
Why be such fools? If you want to know how Leslie Grant did it...
He recognized the cranky capital G, which always printed unevenly, and the lowercase w, which was always too faint. The letter had been typed on his own machine. And then he heard running footsteps from the kitchen at the back of the shop.
Who the hell?
He flung open the counterflap and ran through the kitchen into the backyard.
Hey, you! Stop!
Beyond the waist-high wall, he could see Leslie's garden and a moving shadow that disappeared into the darkness, running towards her house. Then a glimmer of light as her kitchen door opened and then closed. Someone had gone inside. Inside Leslie's house. And she was there, alone. Without stopping to think, Dick scrambled over the wall and collided with someone on the other side.
Oh, wow, that...
What are you doing
Markham! I was with Dr. Fell on my way to see Miss Grant. Then we heard a gun go off.
Miss Feathers has been shot. Go and fetch help right away.
But where's the gunman?
Inside Leslie's house. Don't worry, he won't get far. You look after the old lady.
Dick raced across the garden and into Leslie's house. The kitchen was empty, but he found her in the dining room, sitting at the table laid for two. The tall candles were still unlit. Seeing Dick, she rose to her feet, then turned away, unable to face him directly.
Your supper's in the kitchen. I'm afraid it's cold, but that's hardly my fault. I suppose when it came to the point, you couldn't bear to eat with the daughter of Lily Jordan.
Don't talk rot. Just tell me this. Who came into this house just now?
Into this house? Nobody.
Through the back door, not half a minute ago.
Nobody came in except you. I've been here all the time.
I suppose he could have gone the other way, through the scullery and the breakfast room. He or she, whoever it is, could get into the hall that way without your knowing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Look, I don't want to alarm you, but somebody broke into the post office and tried to kill Miss Feathers. Obviously the same person who killed De Villa, and now he's in this house. It's all right, I'll answer the door, but you're coming with me.
Take your hands off me!
I'm not letting you out of my sight until I know who that is at the door.
Don't trouble yourself. I need hardly add that the front door was, of course, open as usual. And why are you manhandling this young lady?
Will you let go of me? Or is this the way you carry on with Cynthia?
Forget about Cynthia. Doctor, I've just come from the post office where Miss Feathers is...
I know. Hatters there now.
And the gunman is somewhere in this house. We'll have to search the whole place.
All in good time. First, I suggest we sit down and have a little talk.
Talk? For heaven's sake! Let me get Leslie away from here before...
It would be far better if she remains here, I assure you.
Even with a murderer in the house?
Oh, yes, even with a murderer in the house. I notice you're still clutching some scraps of paper. I take it you understand what has taken place at the post office?
I think I've got a rough idea, yes.
Very well. Suppose you tell us about it.
You said that we could expect a communication from the murderer, and I suggested it might be a phone call. And Superintendent Hadley began to say something like, "Was that why you asked me to? But you shut him up quickly." I only tumbled to it just now. It's the old poison pen trick, isn't it?
But what's that got to do with
It's what they do when there's a poison pen outbreak. With the help of the post office, all the stamps sold to a suspected person have a secret mark, so they can prove who sent them. Dr. Fell guessed that our murderer wouldn't risk another phone call, which could easily be traced, but he might send an anonymous letter. So with the cooperation of Miss Feathers...
Who is now on her way to the hospital, where I trust she'll soon make a good recovery.
Then the murderer did write a letter.
Oh, yes. To be on the safe side, he nipped into my cottage and wrote the blasted thing on my typewriter and posted it. Then he had second thoughts. That's why he broke into the post office and tried to get it back. Right, Doctor?
Absolutely right.
So everything happened just as you said. You told us Leslie would be accused by an anonymous message. You said De Villa's murder was a deliberate attempt to incriminate Leslie, and you were right again.
Well, no, I'm afraid I wasn't. In fact, I think I said at the time that it was hard to believe.
I don't follow.
We were all so busy concentrating on the mystery man who filled De Villa up with prussic acid and slipped out of a house that was locked on the inside, we overlooked his accomplice, who fired a rifle through the window.
Well, whoever he was a rotten shot. He missed his target by a mile.
I fear I must contradict you again. He didn't miss the target. He hit it. Whang in the gold.
But the bullet never even touched De Villa.
De Villa wasn't the target. He was already dead by then. The target was the window pane, and the marksman and the poisoner were one and the same person. Ah, that'll be Hadley. He's far too well mannered to walk in without permission. I wonder if you'd mind...
No, you stay here. I'll go.
This is my house. I'll go.
Let's get this straight. You say the window...
The murderer poisoned De Villa, then prepared to leave the house.
With the doors and windows locked on the inside?
Ah, yes. And on the way out, the murderer made a phone call to you, telling you to come at once. Then this mysterious figure ran out of the house, along the lane, and round the back of the garden, in time to hide behind the wall and fire his rifle through the window.
Hey, what the dickens are you playing at, Fell? Are you out of your mind?
No more than usual, and please don't interrupt me now. I'm just getting to the interesting part, by which I mean the windows. Now, let me just open these curtains in order to illustrate my theory.
That's enough. Don't say any more.
You can't stop now. What about the windows?
There, you see, ordinary sash windows. Very like the ones at Gallows Lane. To open the window, I push the metal catch back so it lies flat. So. And now I can slide the window up. And to close it, the catch is pulled forward until it's at right angles to the frame.
Do you want the whole village to hear you?
Just a minute. Where's Leslie? She didn't come back when the superintendent walked in.
Not the whole village, just a small, select audience.
Dr. Fell, where is Leslie?
Of course, it only takes a slight pressure to move the catch into the closed position. That's what I was waiting for.
You bloody fool, you let this happen.
Yes, God help me. So I did. There was no other way, you see.
That shot came from upstairs. The room above. Leslie's room.
Dick ran to the door, across the hall, and up the stairs, racing to Leslie's bedroom.
Dick, who fired that gun?
Leslie.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I don't understand. I thought you
My room's locked. Someone's in there.
Stand back. Out of the way, please.
Don't go in, either of you.
But who is it? Not Cynthia?
Good heavens, no. The only person with the means and the motive. Dr. Hugh Minster. At the end of that dreadful evening, Hadley and I were having a much-needed drink in the back room at the pub, together with Dick and Leslie.
I still can't get over it. Dr. Minster, of all people, trying to put the blame on me.
No, my dear, now, that's where we were all misled. There was never any intention to put the blame on you. We were meant to assume that the murder was committed by someone who believed every word of de Villa's lies. So the one person we couldn't possibly suspect was the man who doubted him right from the start, and even called me in to confirm his suspicions.
What was it that put you on the right track?
A couple of things puzzled me. One, why did the fake Harvey Gilman tell those lies, which were solely intended to convince you and no one else, in the presence of a third party? The local GP. He had no reason to tell Dr. Minster. In fact, he hardly seemed to notice he was there. And that made me wonder whether the good doctor might be somehow involved in the scheme.
And two, the mystery of the vanishing rifle.
Yes. In all the confusion, when it started to rain, almost anyone could have taken it.
But how? I mean, you can't stick a rifle in your pocket or inside your coat.
You could hide it in a golf bag. And Dr. Minster, from the pitch and putt stall, carried a bag of golf clubs. You told me so yourself.
Yeah. And then there was de Villa's background. Minster said his suspicions were aroused when de Villa referred to the 2 chambers of the heart instead of 4.
Yeah, whereas your account of de Villa's career told me he'd studied medicine at Oxford. No medical man could possibly commit such a howler.
No. So do you think de Villa had some sort of hold over Minster? Some secret from his past, perhaps?
Oh, Dick, that sounds almost like the plot of one of your plays.
Strange, but true, unfortunately. The doctor's story wasn't a pretty one, but all too human. Years ago, when he was hard up and desperate, he took a post in a squalid London nursing home, where he performed illegal operations. De Villa found out. So when he came over here with designs on the jewellery, he roped the doctor into his plan. Imagine the poor chap's feelings. He thought his past was dead and buried, but it had come back to haunt him.
I know how he must have felt.
Yes. So he decided de Villa must die. And when he heard the so-called secrets of your past, the scheme was handed to him on a plate. Do you remember, Dick, during that first evening, he thought he heard someone outside the window?
Yes. He went and opened the curtains to look out. Was there really someone out there?
Oh, yes. It was Cynthia. A good girl, though perhaps a little erratic. But Minster was more interested in the window itself. He saw the pinholes in the frame, where the gauze screens had been pinned up, and realized that one pinhole, more or less, would never be noticed. That's when the whole idea fell into his head.
First of all, he'd need a bullet hole through the glass.
Right. And a length of stout thread doubled over into a loop, which he could push through the hole with a drawing pin in the frame to act as a pulley. He only had to slip the looped end over the metal catch.
And a few hours later, in the middle of the night, after he drugged and poisoned de Villa, that was precisely what he did. He locked the doors, climbed out of the window, pulled the sash down after him, and very carefully pulled on the double thread to draw the catch forward and lock the window.
Yeah. And then he pulled on one end of the thread until it was all out. And hey presto! The room was locked on the inside.
No, I'm sorry, that's not possible. I was there when the shot was fired, remember? The bullet hole wasn't there in the middle of the night.
Oh, yes, it was. That was when the real shot was fired. The one you witnessed at dawn was a blank cartridge. For your special benefit.
It was a neat little dodge, and he thought he'd got away with it, until he made his mistake over the anonymous letter and lost his head.
Then everything went wrong. He took refuge in Miss Grant's house, hoping to escape, until I raised my voice to let him know we were on to him. That's when he put an end to it all. Poor devil.
There's one thing I still don't understand.
You're going to ask me why I was in Gallows Lane at 3 in the morning. You really thought I might be the guilty party, didn't you?
Well, yes. Well, no, not really. I mean...
I don't blame you. The fact is, I suffer from insomnia, and when I'm worried about something, it's particularly bad. That night, I hardly slept a wink. I kept thinking about Villa and the things he'd said. So I decided to go and see him to try and set my mind at rest. I rang the doorbell, but there was no reply. So at last, I gave up and went home. I should have told you. But when I heard he was dead, I was too scared. I'm sorry, Dick. I'm not much good to you, am I? Nervous tantrums, chronic insomnia.
I can promise you one thing. When we're married, you'll never be troubled by insomnia again. I'll see to that.
Last orders, gentlemen, please.
A toast to the happy couple. Same again. All round.
In Part 2 of The House in Gallows Lane, based on the book Till Death Do Us Part by John Dickson Carr, Dr. Gideon Fell was played by Donald Sinden and Superintendent Hadley by John Hartley. Dick Markham, Robert Portal, Leslie Grant, Alison Pettit, Dr. Minster, Christopher Wright. Lord Ashe, Michael Cochran, Cynthia Drew, Rachel Atkins, Police Constable Bert Miller, Brian Parr. The House in Gallows Lane was dramatized for radio by Peter Ling and directed by Enid Williams.
This world is endless, so wide, so far. But somehow, I'm still lost in you. The streets are full of moving shadows, countless places I could go. City shining, people passing, yet I still feel so alone. Every road keeps leading nowhere, every sky feels cold and blue. In this world so vast and open, I'm still lost in missing you. The world is wide, so wide before me, but I keep losing my way. Somewhere in the endless distance, your memory makes me stay. The world moves on without us, but my heart untrue. For no matter where these feet may wander, I'm still lost in missing you. I have tried to outrun silence, tried to leave your ghost behind, but your name still echoes softly through the corners of my mind. The world is wide, so wide before me, but I keep losing my way. Somewhere in the endless distance, your memory makes me stay. The world moves on your face in every crowd. But until that day, this broken heart will keep calling your name out. The world is wide, so wide before me, but I keep losing my way. Somewhere in the endless distance, your memory makes me stay. The world moves on without us, but my heart remains untrue. For no matter where these feet may wander, I'm still lost in missing